Well, an Indiana startup is using chemicals found in nature and turning them into cancer-fighting drugs. Barbara Lewis has more in the business of health. Barb.
Gary, thank you very much. Well, it sounds mind-boggling, but this husband and wife team has developed a novel way to take natural medical compounds and create a synthetic equivalent that can be produced on a commercial scale. Joining me is Shireen Abdamala and Mohammed Noshi, co-founders of Akanocure Pharmaceuticals, and thank you both for being here.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having us.
So Shireen, this is very, very new. How old is your startup now?
So we were founded October of 2014, actually started in a lab in April of 2015. So we've been in a lab for a little over a year.
So that's an easy question for me, or answer for me to understand. Here's the more complicated question is, why natural compounds and what are you doing in your lab?
Okay. So let me talk a little bit about what is a natural compound, what's a natural product. So these are compounds that are produced by either animals, plants, microbes, so that's why we call them natural. But people don't know that half of the drugs that are approved for almost across all disease areas are actually from natural origin. If you think penicillin, for example, that's a natural product. And natural products have been used as a starting point for drug discovery for so many years. And the reason for that is, if you think about it, nature had billions of years to perfect these molecules. So there's a level of complexity in natural products that is hard for a chemist to go in a lab and just design that complex of a molecule. So we use natural products as a starting material or as a starting point for drug discovery. And we use them as a starting point for further designing equivalents of them that we can take to the clinic and hopefully later to patients.
Okay, so Mohammed, then who is going to be the customer, if you will? I mean, who are you making these synthetic compounds for?
So eventually it's going to be the cancer patients that we are providing this service for. But along the way we are doing a preclinical, we are taking the molecules from preclinical stage all the way to clinical and to the hands of the patients. But along the way, we will do collaborations with big pharma, research labs, and cancer institutes.
Okay. So then Shireen, this product that you're producing really is more about just taking. You can take whatever the natural medicinal compound is and produce a synthetic equivalent for?
Not all natural products. Mm-hmm. We developed a platform actually that was developed at Purdue. Dr. Fuchs, Professor Philip Fuchs, and Mohammed, they worked on the platform. We can introduce a level of complexity in molecules because the problem why so many of those natural products who have so much potential never made it is because there's not enough supply for them. You cannot extract enough from nature to give to patients. And if you go into the lab, try to make them synthetically, structure is extremely complex. So nobody was able to make enough of them. So what's interesting about our company is that we developed that platform and we can make those compounds, we can introduce the complexity in the molecule and make them on a large scale. So now all of a sudden, there's molecules that never have been tested and there are molecules that have been validated, the mechanism is known, everybody knows they're very potent, but now there's enough of them that we can test them on patients and eventually take them to market.
Okay. And Mohammed, it sounds like the potential for this is vast. I mean, what exactly are you kind of focusing on then, and what is the potential of this?
Well, absolutely. So we have a potential pipeline. Our first molecule has been shown to be effective against multiple types of cancer. So this is one category of potential. And then we have also a potential pipeline, and each of these molecules can have anti-cancer activity or further activity that we are willing to test and demonstrate.
Okay, and so this is really, when you're targeting, the patient that you're targeting is people with metastatic cancers, the most advanced type of cancers.
Yeah, so we're mainly going after unmet needs in cancer. So those patients who do not have a lot of options. So if you think about it, people there's a lot of strides that have been made when it comes to cancer therapy, and there's a lot of nice outcomes now, but there's still this subset of patients who come in and are diagnosed at a later stage or a metastatic stage or advanced stage, and they still do not have a lot of options. So we're going to be focusing on finding molecules that have mechanisms that would help these patients.
All right, well, Shireen and Mohammed, thank you, and best wishes to you both.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much. Thanks for having us.